Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 7:00 p.m. Welcome to the November 10th, 2025 City of Burlingame Planning Commission meeting. For all in attendance today, please note this Planning Commission meeting is being held in person and using the Zoom webinar format. Please note that we are not accepting remote public comment during commission meetings. Agenda item number 2, roll call. The record should note that 5 members of the Commission are present this evening. We are expecting Commissioner Say to arrive shortly. Agenda item number 3, request for AB 2249 remote participation. There are no commissioners participating remotely under AB 2249. Agenda item number 4, review of agenda. Staff, are there any other changes to the agenda?
There are no changes to the agenda from staff.
Thank you. Do we have any recusals?
I will be recusing from item 7A. My firm did a report on that property in the past.
Thank you, Commissioner Shores. And I will be recusing from item 8A, 1406 Drake. I live within 500 feet of that property. Any other recusals? Agenda item number 5, public comments, non-agenda. Members of the public may speak about any item not on the agenda. Members of the public wishing to suggest an item for future Planning Commission agenda may do so during the public comment period. The Ralph Brown Act, the state local agency open meeting law, prohibits the Planning Commission from acting on any matter that is not on the agenda. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes each. Do we have any members of the public attending in person who wish to speak on any item that is not on our agenda? Seeing none, we'll move to the next item. Agenda item number 6, consent calendar. Items on the consent calendar are considered to be routine. They are acted on simultaneously unless separate discussion and/or action is requested by the applicant, a member of the public, or a commissioner prior to the time the commission votes on the motion to adopt. This evening, we have 2 items on the consent calendar. Item 6A, approval of October 27, 2025 Planning Commission minutes, and item 6B, 1525 Rollins Road, Suite B. Would any members of the public or Planning Commission like to pull any of these items for discussion? Seeing none, commissioners, any comments? Any motions?
Chair Haran,
Yep.
I would just like to note for the record that Commissioner has joined us.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent calendar, including the meeting minutes and the one item.
1525 Rollins.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Thank you. We have a motion by Commissioner Schmid and a second by Commissioner Pfaff. Any discussion on the motion? May we have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Lowenthal,
Aye.
Commissioner Pfaff,
Aye.
Commissioner Schmid,
Aye.
Commissioner Say,
Aye.
Vice Chair Shores,
Aye.
Chair Haran.
Aye. The motion passes 6-0-0-0. Agenda item number 7, action items. Item 7A, 1385 Hillside Circle, lots 1, 2, and 3. If you are the applicant and are attending the meeting via Zoom, please raise your hand so that we may be prepared for you to speak at the appropriate time. If possible, we ask that you also turn on your video at that time. I think the applicant is in the room, so you can come to the podium. Were any commissioners not able to visit the project site, or do any commissioners wish to note any ex parte communications regarding this project? And let the record note that Commissioner Shores has recused himself. Let the record note that all commissioners present have visited the project site. Can we hear the staff report, please?
Yes, the subject property is located at 1385 Hillside Circle. It is 36,955 square feet. Through lot from Hillside Circle to Easton Drive with a steep slope towards Easton Drive, over 20% slope. It currently contains a single unit dwelling and 2 accessory structures. The applicant is requesting a tentative and final parcel map to split this one parcel into 3 lots. And each of the proposed lots does meet the required 40-foot minimum street frontage for a curved lot, as well as the minimum of the 10,000 square foot lot size. The applicant is proposing to demolish all structures on site and construct two-story single-unit dwellings with attached garage on each of the newly created lots. The applicant is requesting the following applications for each of the newly created lots: major design review, hillside area construction permit, and special permits for an attached garage and declining height envelope. The Planning Commission last reviewed this project on September 22nd, 2025. The commission did have some suggested design changes and voted to place this on the action calendar when all the information was submitted to the Planning Division. The applicant submitted revised plans, date stamped October 14th, 2025, and those changes are summarized in your staff report. There were several public comments received at the hearing related to construction impacts. However, those are not within the commission purview. Staff would note there are 37 recommended conditions of approval that have been provided with the resolution this evening. The Planning Commission has before it two actions this evening: a recommendation to the City Council regarding the proposed tentative and final parcel map. We also have Public Works Senior Engineer Martin Kwan attending virtually, should you have any questions regarding that action. The second action before you this evening is the requested major design review, hillside area construction permit, and special permits for the construction of the single-unit dwelling on each of the three proposed parcels. Staff has provided the required findings to support the above requested entitlements and resolutions and recommends approval. This concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Any questions for staff?
I don't think it's for staff. I think it's for the applicant.
I just want to make a statement to staff. I appreciate all the effort put into this particular staff report to clarify a lot of the items that were asked in the previous meeting. And I hope that those who asked will find their answers in those areas, because it was very clear to me the items that we should be taking action on and the items that we shouldn't. Thank you.
Thank you. And I appreciate that. And I will not take all the credit. Our city attorney's office and our public works department, as well as my planning manager, it was a team effort. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to open the public hearing. Would the applicant please come forward, state your name, and anything else you would like to add about your project?
Good evening, Mark Hazeloop with CHS Development Group on behalf of the applicant. Like Commissioner Schmidt, we want to congratulate staff on a real yeoman effort to clarify the issue about the lot arrangements. The safety issue and traffic circulation are of a great concern to us as well. And I'm glad that Martin Kwan was able to address that, we believe, adequately. As far as the architectural questions that the commission had at the last meeting, new renderings have been made, and I think those have been adjusted and clarified. If you have any further questions about the architectural features, James Chu, the architect, is remote and available to answer those questions. Other than that, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to be very short tonight.
Thank you. Do we have any questions for the applicant?
Yes, I do. I do have questions about the architecture, but first I have questions about the landscaping. We asked you to clarify what exactly was on the plan, which was a little unclear from the last submission. And you did that, but you didn't clarify another part of the question, which was what I see you doubled up on some of the plantings that you had that were evergreen, but they are evergreen that are very short. And so my comment and a couple others were to look at more verticality in some of your evergreen picks. And so I did call, I was hoping you would go to our park supervisor or the colleague who works normally in planning. I don't think that happened. So I just wanted to say I talked to him and he did give me some suggestions for this lot.
If you could provide those to us, give them to our landscape architect.
I'm happy to do that, absolutely. Should I, because we're so specific now, should I, for the public record, read what they are, or what would you like me to do?
Sure, you can describe them.
Okay,
Yes.
so they are,
If they're Latin names, you're going to have to spell them for me.
oh, well, I'll
The
give
common name.
I can give you the short names, and this is, you can pick, but this is what he gave me. These are evergreens that go, normally they would be approved for, it would be street plantings when the planter strip is 6 feet wide or more, but they will also work for your situation. He suggested madrone, but not madrone that you've planted. You have a strawberry plant, which is the madrone family. It's a real madrone, which is Arbutus menzi, something or other. Anyway, a real one. It grows very slowly, but it is an evergreen. Also, a camphor tree, Camphor,
Camphor.
camphor, yep. A deodar cedar, incense cedar, like incense like you smell, cedar. And he also said redwood would work, and he'd be very happy to see a redwood because one came out of there, out of the many that were pulled out. But it would have to be 15 feet away from the, from any, like the wall or any.
Right.
If it doesn't work.
Roots will push it over.
Yeah, exactly. So those were suggestions. And you can use the strawberry. It's just, it would be really nice if you put some others, 2, 3 others spread out over those 3 lots to give it some definition in the other direction.
Okay,
Okay, and that would be really appreciated.
excellent.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Oh, and I'm sorry, I had one more question. There is a tree called out, which is a ginkgo, but I couldn't find it anywhere on the plans. So I don't know if it disappeared. It was in your planting list, ginkgo, but I couldn't find it. So maybe it's just me, but
I'm at a loss.
it's okay. Just tell them I couldn't find the ginkgo. Ginkgo's fine, but I just couldn't find it.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, thank you.
Could we bring James Chu on as well?
Any-
Commissioner Say.
Yeah, I just had a question, and the new rendering from the rear on Easton actually kind of, sorry, shows this,
I'm a little hard of hearing.
oh, sorry.
I'm here.
I have a question, that the rear elevation, the rear rendering shown from Easton actually, demonstrates. What is the width of the stairs that are coming up towards lot number 3?
It's what's on the TV monitor right now.
Maybe James can answer, but,
I'm sorry. I'm not the landscape architect, so and we didn't provide the rendering. It was done by somebody else. So, but can these be placed under part of the conditional approval? Perhaps, we can have our landscape architect revisit the landscape plan to include all the commission's comments and have the staff review, or maybe bring back as FYI. I can't answer any landscape
I
design
guess I'll,
questions. Yeah,
thanks, James.
sorry about that.
Maybe I'll explain why I'm asking. From this rendering, it really looks apparent that those steps are inviting the public in. They're quite wide, looks like it's an entrance to a park, if you didn't know.
Oh, I
initially
see.
that there were homes there.
Mhm.
I don't see a gate or anything, any kind of private residence, an address or anything like that that it leads to. And it leads me to wonder if there was one, why is this property receiving these steps and not all 3? Was there a general reason? Maybe you explained before?
I see. Well, I think the steps coming down from Hillside, it was part of the existing hardscape at one time, and I think the owner wants to preserve that, as well as the stone retaining walls. We thought those featured kind of blend in, and especially when we keep them. I think people are used to seeing these walls, but then again, we definitely can add a gate. So it's not too inviting, and so it doesn't feel like a park, I guess. Yes.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I guess it leads me to ask the question, was there any consideration for creating a path up to Hillside Circle to alleviate some of the pedestrian, you know, traffic coming down? I know this is private property, but
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think my client or anyone who eventually be the homeowner wants people to pass by their homes. There's also liability issue. Why if they fall and things like that? I mean, unless it is some sort of easement, then that's
right,
a different
that's my
story.
point.
I don't think we are creating any easement on this property for public.
Yeah, or maybe even having those steps be able to access all three of those properties. Anyway, the width of them are concerning from this perspective, that it just looks too much of an invitation to a public entrance.
We could either revisit and remove it or reduce the width, but to consider a public easement is not. It was never considered, and I don't believe my client will accept that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
It's a
you.
significant liability issue. And
Yes.
in communities where those types of things occur, they're like a postman's walk or one of those. They're really a public improvement, and I don't think the city wants to take it on either.
Yeah, and I think it's just that that width generally just basically looks like, everybody please come through.
Right. We definitely will revisit, either remove it or reduce it, and especially, and also add a gate.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
with an address. Thank you.
Correct. Thank you.
Any other questions for the?
Is it architecture question?
Yeah, James.
Oh.
On.
Okay. I'm just going to go for it. So at our last meeting, Commissioner Tsay and so I think we were kind of thinking it was a good idea, suggested for is it lot 3, the modern one, that you consider sort of a more Eichler look, low slung. And I think what we have is kind of the opposite now. It's very monumental looking. I think it's monumental looking. It doesn't look like a house to me. So I was
Would
going
it-
too much into comments. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Well, then I don't actually, I guess what happened to the idea of the Eichler?
We actually,
Jeopardy.
Form of a question.
Yeah.
yes. So our color rendering person didn't have enough time to revise or update the color rendering that we provided. He only provided the one from the rear from Easton. But as far as the design wise, we did modify the roof somehow, added the slope pitch roof over the foyer. We added I brought overhang just so it doesn't look Eichler. But this lot particularly is very steep. It's dropped very quickly. So and if you look at the rear elevation, even with the modern flat roof design, it's already at looks like 4.5 story. If we put a roof on it, it's going to look like it's 5 or 6 story tall. It's going to completely overshadow our neighbor to the right. And also, this type of art, style, it fits very nicely on the slope. And you'll find that coming here in Hillsborough, especially, all you're going to see is these type of architecture on the slope. So anyway, that's what we did.
I guess I wasn't really asking about the side because I know you can't really control a lot of that. I was just talking about pretty much talking about the front portico thing I find quite monumental looking. But anyway, it's okay. I'll save my comments for later.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the applicant? Do we have any members of the public attending in person who wish to speak on this item? Please note that speakers are limited to 3 minutes each.
Um, Thank you for all of the push last time to improve this project. Representing my family, Yoganathan family, we live on Summit Drive, so we're directly backing onto and looking this, so we have a vested interest in this project moving forward, but also being done in a way that hopefully improves on what's there. So I wanted to share 3 areas where I'd like your attention and perspective. The first is about a discussion that I appreciated you had last time, which is around pushing for enough trees and large trees versus the small type of strawberry trees. Yeah, I just love the commission to look at the trees. Is this enough? Can there be larger trees? And then also, is there a way to ensure that those trees are actually put in and they're large? Just because my understanding from neighbors is that the history is that there's been trees that have been illegally removed. So I'm quite concerned about that. The second is something that my husband brought up, which is a valid concern, which is, and you may say this is public works, but when you're coming from Summit, you're actually in the morning because of the school not allowed to turn left. And if Easton is blocked because of construction, we're going to have to be allowed to turn left. So I just wanted that to be on the record. We need to be able to leave our house, need to be able to leave our home. So I don't know if that's something to pass on to Public Works or if that's going to be the responsibility of this construction crew to make happen. But I think that's really important because this is going to be a very long project.
Mhm.
And then finally, when there's been other construction in the area, we've had damage to our property. Some of these roads are very tight and there can be backing out, and we've had damage to our fence, obviously not by this project because it hasn't happened yet. So we would just like to request what the number is, the right contact number for us to be able to, hopefully there's no damage, but if there is, we can get that resolved.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks. You need this?
Any other members of the public wishing to speak on this item? Okay, seeing none, I'm going to close.
There's one.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see you off to the left there.
Excuse me, it's just more of a comment. Igal Muradzadeh, I live 2109 Summit, just around the corner. So I would also like to say the more trees, the more mature trees, I think that would be great. Also, I noticed in the picture, it looks like there's a sidewalk. Is that something that's gonna be? Because right now it's like an asphalt, very narrow sidewalk. And I think for the safety, because it's, as you know, it's next to Hoover Elementary, I think it would be good to improve on that and actually put a nice sizable sidewalk if possible.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll look around. Any other members of the public wishing to speak on this item? Great. I'll close the public hearing.
I don't see anyone raising their hand online.
Oh, but they're not allowed.
They're not allowed to virtual.
That's right. Great.
Just the applicant.
Grant.
Thanks for checking.
Thank you. Commissioners, comments?
Yeah, I'll go. Before you came in, I did my whole tree thing. So I think I gave them a list from the park intendant. I think we'll figure that out in the closing statements or whatever. So totally agree. Needs definitely mature, more potentially taller trees than the strawberry. Those are really small. So thank you. But I will, I think he heard my comments about the architecture. I don't know, somehow, even if it were, what is the word? Is that Santa Fe architecture where it's more Spanish in the front or something? Something just doesn't fit to me. Maybe it's just me. So, and I guess I have a question about how we're going forward. Are we supposed to be approving all of these together?
Yes.
All together. So if
Well-
we have a problem with one, then you vote no, or what is, sorry?
We have to approve the parcel map?
Oh, the parcel map. Yeah, yeah.
The architect.
No, no, I get that. But as far as like the architecture on all of them, or we're going through 1, 2, and 3?
All three.
It's one resolution for all three
Oh,
all three design review applications.
okay, then I'm going to be done with my comments.
Thank you. Other comments, commissioners? Commissioner Say.
Yeah, I appreciate the edits that were made to address our comments from the last meeting. I think in general, each of them, for each home works nicely and are improvements with the exception of lot number 3. I think that little bit of effort of a pitched roof over the entry is almost cosmetic. I mean, it really not doing anything. It's structurally not saying anything. I think as an element, it's not defining anything either because immediately behind it, the built-up roofing is just as tall as the area where this little pitched dome is. Looking at the section cut, it looks like that roof is fairly built up, and I don't think it's a parapet. And wondering if, if you're going to keep that element, whether the roof immediately behind that pitched area can actually drop down, so that it really does identify itself as an architectural element. Otherwise, I'm almost preferring not to see it than to have it there. I don't think it's really doing much of anything. I don't think our comment was it's not addressing our comment as intended. So I don't really, it's not doing anything for me to satisfy what our concerns were. So there's a couple of ways to look at it, depending on how the applicant wants to address that.
Go and piggyback.
For sure.
Because I'm on the same topic. I agree that the square pyramid doesn't do it. I was hoping that it would maybe be a side to side from the left side of the garage, peek over the entry, and then go back down on the right side. And I think it wouldn't have to be done across the whole roof on the upper level. I think you could actually do it the depth of the garage across, which would be, the front third or so of it. And you could do the remainder flat, which would then keep the back elevation looking a little shorter and not getting any taller. But I don't think that a side to side roof over that has to be any taller than the pyramid you're proposing. I just think it needs to extend over the other areas so that it looks a little bit more contemporary rather than modern in comparison to its neighbors.
The project architect or designer would like to speak if we wanted to open up the public hearing.
Okay, we'll see if there's any other related comments and then
I just wanted to let you know.
thank you.
And that was it for me. The rest of them I'm fine with, and I think the improvements are good. It's just this number 3. I'm on the same page with Commissioner Say.
Thank you, Commissioner Schmid. Any other comments? We can open up the public hearing and ask James Chu to respond to the design of Lot 3.
I just want to say I agree with Commissioner Smith. Having a slope pitch roof over the garage and then stepping down toward the right. I agree with that. Thank you. And perhaps can I make these changes and come back as FYI next if we get approval tonight?
Consent.
So procedurally, we no longer process FYIs. But
Until
what you could do is you could move forward with approval of the entitlements for lots 2 and 3, as well as make the recommendation on the tentative and final parcel map, and then we can bring back lot 1 with those changes.
I mean lot 3.
Lot 3.
Sorry, lot 3.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
And we can bring that back on consent.
On consent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next meeting will be December 8th because the second meeting in November is canceled. So, but we could bring it back on consent.
But we can start our construction docs and everything else for lot 1 and 3 too.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Great. So I'll close the public hearing again. So based on that, do we have a mo or any other comments?
Through the chair, if staff would also recommend that we add a approval regarding the trees, that the applicant work with the city arborist to choose species of trees that are a larger growth height or so we can add that condition.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the tentative parcel map and design review for lots 1 and 2, including the attached garage, declining height, and hillside permit. And that our comments would include coordinating with the city arborist regarding tree heights in the rear and tree species. And then on parcel number 3, to incorporate a sloped roof across the whole width of the house on the hillside circle side. Per the resolution that you're going to change.
Sure. Just so we can make it clear, let's do the first motion should be to recommend approval of the tentative and final parcel map to city council. So if we can do that motion and take a vote on that first.
Yeah.
And we can go on to the entitlement.
No, I think
Because there are 2 separate resolutions with the finding in each of those resolutions.
I so move that we split my movement.
so. The first motion is to approve the parcel per the resolution by Commissioner Schmid. Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
We have a second by Commissioner Say. Can we have a roll call vote?
Commissioner Lowenthal,
Aye.
Commissioner Pfaff,
Aye.
Commissioner Schmid,
Aye.
Commissioner Say,
Aye.
Chair Haran.
Aye. The motion passes 5-0-1-0. An action, but should I read that now or wait?
That is a recommendation, so no need.
Yes.
On the
So we won't read that one. Okay, so now we need another motion regarding the.
Okay. So I move that we approve design review for parcels 1 and 2, including the attached garage, declining height, and hillside construction requirements, and including coordinating with the city arborist for tree heights and tree species across the back of all 3 properties. And that we bring back on consent parcel number 3 with a solution for the roof across the front to be sloped from the middle and to either side over the front third.
Well done. Should we add just the answer to the question on the width and the back stairs on lot 3? That's also lot 3 as
Yeah.
well.
That's a good idea.
And that they bring back a solution for a gate across the back stair.
Thank you.
And address the width of it.
The width is
So-
existing, I think.
No,
Bigger.
it's bigger.
It's pretty big.
There's actually 2 stairs, by the way, on Easton.
Okay. Well,
I think you've got it. And the width and whether there's a gate showing privacy.
width.
I'll second that motion.
That's very well done. Commissioners, we have a motion by Commissioner Schmid, a second by Commissioner Say. Any discussion on this motion? May we have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Lowenthal,
Aye.
Commissioner Pfaff,
Aye.
Commissioner Schmid,
Aye.
Commissioner Say,
Aye.
Chair Haran.
Aye, the motion passes 5-0-1-0. So this one we do read the yes.
Yes.
An action by the Planning Commission is appealable to the City Council within 10 days of the Planning Commission's action. If the Planning Commission's action has not been appealed or called up for review by the City Council by 5 p.m. on the 10th day, the action becomes final. In order to be effective, appeals must be in writing and must be accompanied by an appeal fee of $924, which includes noticing costs. Congratulations. We'll bring Commissioner Shores back. While we're retrieving Commissioner Shores, just a reminder, I'll be recusing from agenda item 8A. And since that's the last agenda item of the evening, I'll have Commissioner Shores close the meeting.
Okay. Commissioner Horan is recusing from this item, item 8A. Were any commissioners not able to visit the project site, or do any commissioners wish to note any ex parte communications regarding this project? Okay, let the record note that all commissioners present have visited the project site. Can we hear the staff report, please?
Oh, yes, thank you. This is an application for major design review at 1406 Drake Avenue, zoned R1. The applicant is proposing to demolish an existing single-unit dwelling and attached garage and build a new two-story single-unit dwelling and attached garage and a detached accessory structure. The total proposed floor area would be 3,378 square feet, where 3,404 square feet is the maximum allowed. A special permit for an attached garage is not required in cases when an existing dwelling with an attached garage is being replaced with the same. With the proposed project, there would be 4 bedrooms and 2 parking spaces are required, one of which must be covered. 1 covered space is being provided in the new attached garage and 1 uncovered space is provided in the driveway. Therefore, the parking requirement is met on site. The project does include a detached accessory dwelling unit in the rear yard. Per the state requirements, this is an administrative permit and not under review this evening. The applicant is proposing 4 24-inch box trees throughout the site, and based upon the floor area of the house, there are 3 landscape trees required. This does meet the Urban Reforestation Act or ordinance. This application is for major design review for the new 2-story single-unit dwelling. Staff does not have any suggested design changes at this time and has provided for your reference the design review criteria in the staff report. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Any questions for staff? Okay.
I would like to point out, I'm sorry, there was a change to the roof framing at the attached garage. It was provided, so the elevation shown or the rendering provided here is not what is being proposed. The plans, there were some plans that were provided at your desk this evening that do show some changes that were made at the request of the applicant, and they can speak to that this evening.
Okay, any questions for staff on that or anything else? Okay, I will go ahead and open the public hearing. Would the applicant please come forward, state your name and anything else you'd like to add about your project?
Hi, I'm Rich Sargent. I'm here on behalf of the homeowner, Amit and Karuna Chibber. James Chu, they're right here with us. James Chu is the designer, and I think he's available on Zoom still. I'm really here to answer any questions you have. As far as the garage change, the staff, that was the applicant's preference. Staff had recommended changing the garage to a gable to match the left side. And while we accepted the recommendation of staff. The homeowner really prefers the hip roof look. So we'd, as part of your consideration tonight, maybe you could give us some feedback of whether that would be approvable. But I'm here to just answer any questions you might have.
So wait, now I got confused. So you're saying this one that we have was what your client prefers?
Correct.
Or, okay, got it. Got it.
The printed one
Yeah.
that you have is
Okay.
the homeowner's preference.
It's also reflected on your screen now.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions for the applicant?
I do. I just have a question on the arch with the stone.
At the,
The left window there.
okay.
How are you going to support? It's more of a detail question. I'm just curious how you plan to support that ledge. I maybe would have tried to do more of a stone or a concrete arch and then
Okay.
have the applied stone run into it, and it would feel like it's being supported. Gonna have to do a steel angle there, or will it?
No, I haven't really thought that far ahead.
Yeah,
So I'm actually the builder too.
I know.
Yeah, I figured you knew, but
I remember.
no, I know. I was just thinking, we served on the commission for 2 years together, and I don't think we ever met because of
I think you're right.
because of COVID. But I haven't thought that far ahead.
Okay.
I'll do probably what my mason suggests. But if it's a change, we'll bring it by staff.
Okay. Thank you.
I have just one more. I'm sorry. Did you have one?
Go ahead.
No.
I have a quick one. It's similar actually, because I don't know how those stones are applied, but I was wondering above that, when you have the band that separates the two, the two surfaces, the stone and the plaster or whatever it is, stucco. I was wondering what the detailing looks like, because it kind of maybe is a little thin looking. So I was wondering if that's what the piece is that.
I don't think we have a call out on that, but I think we can certainly bring out that detail when we come back.
Thank you.
I have some questions. Yeah, hi, Rich.
Hi.
What is the stucco texture, intended stucco texture, you think?
We're still finalizing the budget, but I think the preferred is a smooth.
A smooth, like non-sanded,
Excuse
well, I guess there's sand, but a smooth, not
not sand,
kind of
plastic,
stipply,
smooth. Yeah.
not
The
polished,
fork.
not that kind of, like a modern smooth stucco finish?
I think that's where we're leading, but we haven't finalized that yet.
Okay. I have the same question about the arched window as well. And I think that kind of leads into just generally, it looks from the rendering, I believe, and your elevations that all of the windows are not receiving any casing. So you're going to have that, whatever respective finish is going to die into
Correct.
to the windows, into the brick mold. And
But there is a window stool, and some of them do,
Mhm.
as you can see.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, I guess that's a comment. Windows mount. Okay, and then the windows above that, I think living room window upstairs, are those individual windows or are they mold together? Or do you know yet?
Where are you talking?
The windows on the second floor, the ones that are double windows facing the street and anywhere else where that applies, are those mold together or are they individual windows?
They would be individual mold together.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, my only question is the roof above the porch. Is that just going to be a flat roof, metal roof? What are you thinking there?
Well, flat with some kind of slope, so it would drain, but
To piggyback on Commissioner Pfaff's point, it seems that that belly band term bar, whatever you want to call it, kind of wraps around the top of the porch detail. So that'd be interesting how you guys address that when you come back.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions for the applicant? Okay, we have any members of the public attending in person who wish to speak on this item. Please note the speakers are limited to 3 minutes each. Okay, no takers. I will go ahead and close the public hearing. And commissioners, comments?
I have some comments. Thank you. Overall, it's a nicely designed house. I think we're kind of at the design details that will maybe differentiate it from a really beautiful house. I like the the gable roof over the garage, over the hipped roof. I feel like it does I can go either way. If the owner really wants to have a hip roof, that's fine, but I do see why staff might have recommended the gable roof. I think it balances the house and the roofing elements from left to right on the house. I feel like this kind of being sort of a modern Tudor type home, that maybe an attic vent detail could be added in, something minimalist and slender could be added up above on the second story at the gable, as well as if the garage becomes a gable roof, that some detail could be applied there as well. I think that the stucco being a more smooth finish seems appropriate for the style of the home. I'm troubled a little bit by the kind of almost equal width of the stone-clad elements of the house and the stucco-clad elements. Somehow it doesn't make the stone look very rich and thick. It really looks like just a thin cladding because the stucco is essentially the same width as the stone. Wondering if there could be some kind of differentiator there or some kind of thicker belly band detail that could wrap around at that transition to give the stone a little bit more heftiness where it's transitioning. That might be an improvement. And I think that it could just be the rendering when I guess we see it in the elevations as well, where those windows are mulled together. I think it'd be nice to have the trim or something be the same color as the windows in the middle where the windows are joined together. It would just give it a little bit more richness, look a little bit more like the windows down below on the first floor, the arched windows. It's just a little design detail that I think could be an added improvement to the design. I do like and appreciate that there are 2 real fireplace chimneys designed on the house. I think it adds a lot of character to the house. So that's a really nice detail, especially adding that even at the back of the house where it's less visible. And I think that that's it for me.
Okay, anyone else?
I agree with Commissioner Say about the details and how to make the stone look less glued on, and something is missing there that gives a little oomph and doesn't have enough weight for what it is.
Okay, anyone else?
No, I would just say I agree with my fellow commissioners. I think it's a nice looking house, and I think what Commissioner Sam and Commissioner Pfaff said would improve it. So I'm on the verge of moving it forward. Everyone else is. All right, so I'll make a motion to bring this back on action to see some of these details through.
What do we do about the garage? We saying we have to say which garage, right?
Only if we have an opinion.
Oh,
If you have an opinion.
I don't have an opinion.
Yeah.
I like the gable end better.
Mhm.
I can, the others
all right.
supportable.
So applicant can choose.
Mm.
They heard the opinions.
If the motion maker can be a little bit more specific on the suggested changes that you want the applicant to consider.
If the applicant could look at the transition between the veneer stone and the stucco in some fashion, whether it be enlarging it, thickening it, and then of course how that integrates into that flat roof. And then the applicant can make their decision on how they want the garage roof.
And the window.
And then the window detail, I guess at both double windows would be to keep the material the same in between the two mold windows.
And the arched window below that Commissioner Schmidt was mentioning how to handle the detail, yeah, but we would like to see the detail, yeah.
Attic vents.
Oh, and then also looking into attic vents that would
Yes.
kind of tie the whole style together.
Mhm. Then attic vent, then on the garage, if they choose gable or not, yes? If they would choose gable,
I voted for gable.
okay. But would they do an attic vent there too?
Oh, yes, that's what I was saying.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah, if they were to choose to do a gable over the garage to mimic that as well as over the main tower.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. I have a motion by Commissioner Lowenthal, second by Commissioner Schmidt. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, may we please have a roll call vote?
Commissioner Lowenthal,
Aye.
Commissioner Pfaff,
Aye.
Commissioner Schmidt,
Aye.
Commissioner Say,
Aye.
and Vice Chair Schwartz.
Aye.
All right, and that motion passed 5-0-1-0 with Chair Haran recusing.
Okay. Item passes and this action is not appealable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Agenda item number 9, staff and commission reports. Are there any commissioners' reports?
Oh, I do have just a quick one. I went to the Caltrans update presentation, which will affect everybody, but it's pretty major, as you know. But it will definitely affect how we handle projects that come that are in some way taking new trees down or make wider driveways or moving driveways or whatever. So we'll have very specific trees that will go in. Like we did, we had the accolade before, there's going to be more trees, but it's very specific bunch that should be all predetermined if things go correctly. Thank you.
Okay, any other commissioners' reports? Staff, do we have to add?
Just as a reminder, the second meeting in November 24th, has been canceled. So your next meeting will be December 8th. At that planning commission meeting, we are scheduled to bring the proposed zoning code amendments to you. So you'll probably see that at that meeting. That's all I had.
What actually is that? Zoning code?
Revisions, edits, cleanup to the zoning. As you know, in 2021, we did a whole new kind of cleanup of the zoning code. And we've been working with it for a couple of years now, and now we're just bringing it back to make some changes, propose changes, cleanup items, edits, that sort of thing. So I believe Community Development Director Zayer already briefed you on it a couple of meetings ago, I believe. So this is now bringing it formally to you for a recommendation to City Council.
But we can discuss it too. It's a discussion item. It's not coming as a baked.
It is coming forward as an action item, yes, for your recommendation. So.
Okay.
Okay, anything else? Okay, then this meeting is adjourned at 7:54. Official. Like no one's